24 News sports reporter Joey Leizerowitz is joining us now, and let's start with the basic. Joey, what do we know? Are there disagreements over what exactly happened, the facts, or just over narrative, as in over what it all means?
Yeah, I mean, the facts seem very, very clear at this point. I mean, today we saw from Brazilian outlets videos, even before the game had started in Valencia, that the Real Madrid team bus arrived at the stadium, and there were already about 10 to 30 Valencia fans shouting monkey noises at Vinicius as he got off the bus, arriving 2 hours before the game. Now, during the game, obviously, we saw the stoppage in play when Vinicius told the ref that there was racist comments coming from the stands. He even pointed towards the fans. The game didn't stop. It was noted by the referee, but it did not stop the game. And the Valencia papers are saying that Vinicius riled up the crowd by pointing out to them that they might get relegated to the second division. But that's no excuse, obviously, for racist comments. And after the game, Carlo Ancelotti pointed that out and saying, you know, he could provoke, but that doesn't mean he deserves racist chants at him in the middle of a game.
Yeah, and the novelty here, Joey, or the abnormality, more accurately, is that usually the relevant soccer federation is flat out condemning, etc. Here, this is not the case, even quite the opposite.
Well, the Spanish FA president did come out today and say that racism is a problem in Spain, it's a problem in the league. But the big surprise was yesterday, Javier Tebas, the president of the La Liga, which is the first division league in Spain, criticized Vinicius a little bit. He responded to a tweet that Vinicius had put out after the game about the racism and responded, well, he said, Vinicius, we've had opportunities to meet with us. You haven't met with the league to talk about the racism. And fans, journalists, players from now and in the past went out and were criticizing the president's words, because for him to do less than the bare minimum after what happened in yesterday's match was quite appalling.
Yeah, and Real Madrid lodging a hate crime complaint. Is it the right move, or will it just fuel the fire?
Well, both Real Madrid and La Liga have failed multiple times to address this in the last couple of years. This is not the first time it's happened to Vinicius this season, and over 10 players over the last 5 or 6 years have had hate, racist, and other chants at them directed by fans during games. So this is nothing new. La Liga have been dealing with this. Haven't been dealing with this for a while now, and it's just been boiling over to a point where they need to be constructive action, not just complaints lodging. It needs to be either stadium bans, fans banned from all football. There needs to be actual movement on the behalf of both the clubs and the league, and really, you know, UEFA, the European governing body, that needs to step in also and help them if the Spanish FA won't do it themselves.
So to that point, Joey, fans, players, managers, what's the buzz surrounding this incident?
Well, it's another one, and obviously, as I said before, it wasn't Vinicius' first time getting abused this season with racist monkey chants. It's hard to say what comes next, because it's been clear that no one's done anything over the last couple of years. You know, slogans only go so much. Now, FIFA and UEFA put out anti-racist slogans. They've taken the knee, but it hasn't shown up in the stands, because clearly there's a problem in the stands. And I think the only concrete solutions right now are just not having the teams play. If there's a racist chant, and if we've seen this in Mexico, and it's worked, where there's been homophobic chants in Mexico, they've stopped playing the game. The players go to the locker room, and if it happens a second time, the game is abandoned. And it's resulted in stadium bans where there's just no fans at the games in the following games as a punishment. And we need to see that soon in Europe, because it's a clear problem. It's been escalating over the last 3 to 4 years. And right now, there's no end in sight to it.
So there can be only carrots when it comes to racism and discrimination in the world of soccer.
Yeah, I mean, it would be unjust to say that soccer and soccer fans all around the world are racist in nature, because there's billions of fans that play the game, that watch the game, and to say that everyone is racist is obviously not the point. But you know, it's a global sport, and it's following global trends, and with racism and bigotry up in all, you know, democracies and places around the world, you see that in the stands, and the global sport is adjusting, unfortunately, in the wrong direction to the global trends.
And also with the potential of spearheading social change, not just, you know, to keep the soccer world clean, but rather to make the world as a whole cleaner, so to speak, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I-24 News correspondent Joey Leizerowitz, thank you very much for this.
Of course.
Okay.